5 Italian divers entered an underwater cave in the Maldives. They never came back. Most rescue teams refused to go in, but 3 strangers from Finland flew 8,000 kilometers without being asked, without payment, without cameras, to bring them home. This is the true story of the divers who refused a single cent, and the Maldivian hero who gave his life. In 2022, 5 Italian divers traveled to the Maldives. They entered a dangerous underwater cave system called the Giravaru Caves. Tight passages, total darkness, silt so fine that one kick can turn visibility to 0. They never came back. Local rescue teams tried, but the cave was too deep, too dangerous. Most teams gave up. Authorities called it a recovery mission, not a rescue. Hope was gone. But thousands of miles away, in Finland, 3 people were watching the news. Their names were Sami Pakarinen, Jenny Westerlund, and Patrick Grönqvist. They were not famous. They were not rich. They were cave divers, some of the best in the world. They didn't wait for a government to call. They didn't ask for payment. They didn't hire a camera crew. They simply packed their gear, booked their own flights, and flew across the ocean. No one knew they were coming. When they landed in the Maldives, they met a brave Maldivian soldier named Sergeant Mohamed Mahdhee. He was a young father of 2 children, brave, smiling, ready to help. He joined the Finns without hesitation. Together they descended into the black water. No sunlight, no sound except their own breathing. Narrow passages where shoulders touch rock on both sides. Water so murky you cannot see your own hand. One wrong move meant death. They went anyway. For hours, they swam deeper than any recreational diver should go. They navigated by feel and by memory. They found the 5 Italian divers. One by one, with incredible care and respect, they brought them home. But courage has a cost. During the mission, Sergeant Mohamed Mahdhee, the young father, the smiling soldier, lost his life in those same dark passages. He dove into the cave to help bring strangers home, and he never surfaced again. The Finns were devastated, but they did not stop. They completed the mission. They carried the 5 Italian divers to the surface. They gave grieving families the one thing no amount of money could buy: closure. When it was over, the Maldivian government offered them payment, compensation for their time, their travel, their risk. The Finns refused every single cent. Not for money, not for fame, not for a viral video. The job was done. That was enough. In a world where people film themselves doing good deeds, where every act needs a thumbnail and a clickbait title, these 3 divers walked away from the spotlight. They didn't start a GoFundMe. They didn't sell merchandise. They went home to their quiet lives. Sami Pakarinen, Jenny Westerlund, Patrick Grönqvist, and Sergeant Mohamed Mahdhee, who gave his life so that 5 Italian families could bury their loved ones. This is not a story about fame or glory. It is a story about 4 people who saw suffering and decided to act, not because someone was watching, but because it was the right thing to do. That is what true honor looks like. Rest in peace, Sergeant Mohamed Mahdhee, and thank you to the Finnish divers who remind us what humanity can be.